Jada, and I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be a cooking video. I am going to try my hand at making birria. I know like there's different names for this dish, so if I'm saying it wrong or if I said it wrong, I do apologize. I'm going to be doing this Instant Pot style or crock pot style because I don't really have all day. So we're going to use the Instant Pot. You need a blender or a food processor. You need a frying pan and just a regular pot. So these are just kind of like the tools you need, and then of course your cooking utensils. Okay guys, so we are starting off with water in our pot. And what do we have here, Rain?
Peppers.
Peppers. Okay, so like I said before, we are following a video from another YouTuber. I'll put her information down below. And we have
and
here
thumbs up.
Thumbs up our video, like Rain said. We have ancho peppers, guajillo peppers, and pasilla chili peppers. So that's what we have. Now in her video, the measurements are a little bit different, but since I'm cooking more, I basically did two of these. No, hold on, I told a lie, you guys. Sorry. I did 6 of these. I'll put it in the description box, you guys. So first things you're gonna want to do is cut off the stem and remove the seeds out of the inside before you put it in your boiling water. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that we have our chilies over there steeping, we are going to clean our meat up. So I have 3 packs of beef shank that's a little over 1 pound. It's a little over 1 pound per pound.
Right?
Hold on, right. So I am aware that you can use other meat, but the reason that I chose to use a beef that has the bone in is so that it can create like a grease or like an oil on the top for me to skim off to use to actually fry the tortilla when it gets to that part. You know, it has a lot of fat on there and it has some bone, so it's just going to be really flavorful. So we're going to go ahead and start. Open the pack.
Open the pack?
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
But you can probably use whatever meat that you have. Because when I was in California, I had it with goat. And that was really, really good. Okay, Rain, you going to turn on the water? Turn nope, the cool one.
The cool one?
Mm-hmm.
The cool one.
Turn the faucet this way. And Rain's going to go ahead and fill the water up. Okay, so now that we have our meat cleaned, I'm going to go ahead and brown the meat, and I'm going to put a little bit of canola oil into the pan. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm just using this because it has a higher smoke point, so it'll last through all of this meat without burning. So we are going to do a capful. Just kind of move that around in the pan just to coat it, just enough to just coat the pan. Like you're not trying to fry chicken, you're just coating the pan. And we're gonna start. Now I did put a little bit of salt on the meat, a little salt, pepper. That's just me. You do your own thing. I'm gonna kind of make everything my own because that's just how I do. So I would say about 2 minutes on each side per piece, and then I'm gonna put it right into our Instant Pot right here. So it's gonna go right to the pan and right into our Instant Pot. So now we are going to make the sauce that's gonna go in the inside of the birria. I already what do we got? Okay, so I already browned my meat and it's in there. Rain's holding some chicken broth. Just because like with the chilies, you can add water, but I'm gonna use chicken broth to keep the flavor going. Okay.
Yeah, Mom.
So we are just going to scoop these out of the water.
Right.
Okay. 2 Bug. You want to step down for a second for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I stepped down. It's brown, right? Ooh. It's baby hot, right?
And like I said, I'll have all of like the directions and ingredients and how much of everything I used. Now when it comes to the seasoning part, I just feel it from the heart, do my own thing, but I'll try to measure as best as possible. Okay. All right. One last thing.
One more scoop, right?
Yep, one more scoop and I think that's it. Okay, so that is it. Now we're gonna use 1 chili in adobo, just 1.
Yeah, 1,
So
2. 1,
let's see if I can just scoop. Okay. There we go.
1.
Okay, so we're gonna just use 1 can of that.
1.
Now, are you ready to put the chicken broth in the blender? Okay.
Look. I'm going to pour it.
And you want to just kind of fill it up. Go ahead, pour it all of it. So that is probably not enough. I kind of want to fill it to about right here, so at least it's covered at the bottom. So I'm going to add a little water to my carton.
Mom, I can pour it, okay?
Okay, pour the rest. Got it? Okay, so Rain's going to pour the rest in there. You got it?
All of it?
Oh, that's good right there. That's good. All right, so there we go. That's a little better.
Yeah.
Now we're going to put our top on. I lost the thing.
Can you do it?
Hold on, Rain. I lost the thing, so I'm going to use a towel to cover over the top.
So it don't goes up?
And we're going to push this button, Rain. Go ahead. You got it?
This one?
Yep. Okay, so now that that's nice and blended,
Yeah.
we are going to go ahead and pour that in the inside of our instant pot. Okay, so that's what it's looking like, and that's our sauce. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is add in about 6 cloves of garlic and just kind of sprinkle that over the top. And then I'm gonna add 1 small onion and just sit that on the top there. And next, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our chili puree. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and add in our seasonings. Okay, so now we're going to add the last ingredients and the seasoning into the pot before we close it. Now, I eyeball my seasoning, so I'll try to, I got a spoon here for you guys, just in case. So we're gonna put in 4 bay leaves. These are a little rough around the edges, but we're just gonna pop in, let me go my 4 bay leaves. And then next we're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of salt. I just have coarse sea salt. So, and everything is to taste. So I'm just gonna just fill my spoon up like that. And just sprinkle that, that's enough of salt. Then I'm going to add some thyme. And if you have fresh thyme, I think about 2 to 3 sprigs would be enough for the amount of meat that I have in here. I have a lot of meat in here, so that should be good. Then I know I'm supposed to use, I think it's like Mexican oregano or something like that. I don't have it, but I have some Italian season, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that on there because I'm sure it's probably oregano in there. then a pinch, like a little whoop of ground cinnamon. So we're gonna, there we go. That's enough. Just like that much. That's how much the lady did in her video. And then for the ground cloves, I'm gonna use a spoon. And I'm gonna use about that much. Right. And last but not least is the beef bouillon and the chicken bouillon. So you can use one or the other, but I like to use both. And you're gonna need about 2 tablespoons, 2 to 4 tablespoons. But because of how much meat I have, I'm gonna use 4. So I'm gonna sprinkle 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna do 2 of the chicken bouillon. So I didn't follow her recipe to the T, but I did it how I like to cook. And then there we go. 1 and 2. Then she added some water at the end, so I'm gonna do that as well, but I'm not gonna add as much because I feel like with the Instant Pot, it creates like a lot of water on its own. So we're just gonna build this up about halfway and just do it enough where it just covers the top. So if you guys take a look here, that's what we have. So next, we're just gonna close that bad boy up. Make sure this is sealed. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on meat stew, and that's gonna cook it for 1 hour exactly. Then I'm gonna open it up, check on it again, and probably cook it for 1 more hour. There we go. I'll be back. So my Instant Pot has gone off. Remember before, I only clicked meat stew and let it cook. So come closer for me. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna turn it on again, but right now what I'm just going to do is pull the bay leaves out and pull the bone out. So I'll get the meat off of it in a second, but
I'll take care of that.
oh, well, there we have it. And yeah. And then also during this time, I am going to taste the broth just to. It's another bone in here, y'all. I can hear it. There it goes. And I'm gonna taste the broth just to see if I need to add any more salt. So you should just have meat and that's it. So let's see. Let me taste this and see where we're going with things. I think mine's a little spicy, not like super spicy, but just a little spicy and need a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna sprinkle that in there like that and give that just a good stir. And basically I'm gonna let this cook for 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes before I pull the meat out. And then it'll be done, ready for me to chop up, put back in, and we'll be all set to go. So 30 more minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, so it has been in my Instant Pot for an additional 30 minutes. And pretty much the only thing I'm gonna do is pull all of the meat out, and I'm gonna let the soup settle because I'm going to use my little ladle in this measuring cup to pick up any oil and put it inside of there so that we can make the queso tacos. I think that's what it's called. All right. And I'm not like big on like the fat on meat, so I'll probably cut that off. Or the cameraman might eat it, so I don't know. I just don't like it. Okay, so I have chopped up my meat and we are going to demonstrate how to make one of the tacos. So I have this flat pan here. Don't know where it came from. And I got a little of the oil that I got from the top of the birria. I'm gonna keep the stove like between 5 and 6, but I may turn it down to 5. And we are just going to turn it down because I think that's too hot. And I think I was supposed to put some more of this on there, but so we're gonna leave that like that. I wonder if I should use 2. I'm gonna make one with 2 corn tortillas and one with just 1 because I don't want it to fall apart on me. So I feel like we're gonna use 2, okay? And put a nice healthy amount of meat, or just whatever you like on there. And then put the cheese on there. I think I got enough cheese. Put the cheese on there. And oh, mine may have been a little beefy, okay? Oops. So we're gonna hold that shut because I think I have like too much stuffing inside of mine. But it's okay because I'm gonna flip it over. Okay. And just kind of let it sit, you know, let it sit. I think that was way too big, y'all, but it's okay. So basically, yeah, that's it. That's how you make the taco itself. So we're gonna go ahead and finish them and we'll show you the end results. All right, so as you can see, we are all done. We have here 3 queso tacos, pinto beans that I made, and some yellow rice with just some lime and some garnish. Cooked with love from Mrs. Kapoofy, but I will list everything down below that I used to make this dish, as well as putting the link for the original video that I got the recipe from. I tweaked it a little bit to my liking, but it's really, really yummy, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you didn't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more recipes from me.